welcome back to Shovel Knight.
Oh lordy, we're cracking a cold one open.
Yep.
I did it again.
Yep.
There needs to be a way that I can fix that.
I cracked open a butt.
I think with the way the game is now, it's like if you hit B, it automatically opens that. And I'm using the Wii's Pro controller, so my thumb kind of hits that by accident. Oh well.
Anyways, it looks like you're getting that magic chalice thing now.
Yeah, magic upgrade.
Well, it was, but apparently you can't afford it.
No, it gets really expensive. Same with the meal tickets here. I can actually afford this one, and I decided.
Probably best to save that up for.
Save for I'd say get at least one of each, and you already got the one of the meat, so you gotta get one of the magic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I decided to do that. I think I end up getting it anyway because I end up. Really, you get a lot of gold in this game, even if you without even trying. So, for me specifically, I tend to go for upgrading my health first, just so that I don't have to worry about it later. I do use magic. I do use the magic relics on occasion, but I only use a couple of them.
Yeah, you regret not getting magic now, don't you?
Nah, I'm fine with it. I don't even have the weapon. I don't even have the relic that I specifically spam the most in this game yet.
A new face.
Oh yeah. Anytime you, these guys. Every time you beat one of the first 4 knights, you come down and talk to them, and they'll have new things to say. Specifically the woman in the middle with the hair buns. If you come back and talk to her after you beat Spector Knight, you get to see something fun. I'll remember to come back and show that off later.
Spector Knight, I will call Ghost Butt.
Ghost Butter.
Spector Knight. Well,
Ghost Butters.
Well, I was gonna go fight Spector Knight right now, but this is what happens when you go.
I was gonna go fight Spector. I was gonna go fight Spector Knight, but then this asshole.
This fucking.
Yeah. Anytime
douche.
you see unique icons like that show up on the map, you can do a mini stage where, depending on what it is, you either have a lot of small enemies to deal with, or it's just one giant stage where you can get tons and tons of money.
Yeah, it's either enemies, a treasure thing, or a boss.
Yeah, there are mini bosses, but the mini bosses don't start showing up until you've beaten at least 3 stages, I think.
I'm sorry, I look at this, and the only thing I keep thinking of is Scrooge McDuck beat the shit out of this thing in Death Battle.
I mean, the comparison to DuckTales is pretty much on purpose.
Yeah.
Considering all the...
It's like...
Except you're not going to get a different ending if you get if you get more money or less money.
Yeah, hang on. Let's get butting.
God damn it.
Sorry, I had to clear my throat there.
It's all good.
That's alright.
But I was saying that I just find it funny that they had Scrooge fight Shovel Knight, and Scrooge kicked the shit out of him. Because he was in wars. He was in World War II. Damn it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Also, the comics that don't make any sense.
They don't. I think that was the entire joke. They're not supposed to make sense.
Wait, what was I gonna say? Yeah, if Sire had actually faced Spector Knight first, then he would have been able to go to that one piece in the map sooner. But either way, it's gonna be unlocked by the time he gets through this. Yeah. Also, that little piece of the wall, like on the right, or like on the ground on the right, that is destroyable by the shovel. So that's another quick speed run.
Are you just not able to bounce high?
There we go. You can get over there. I messed up my jump.
Like, Yeah, there you go. It's like, dude.
No, I was specifically trying to go for that treasure box first because I can usually make that jump. I just screwed it up
3 times.
Also, this has probably my favorite stage theme in the game.
Oh yeah, it's a great one.
Sounds like Castlevania music.
I think this was actually I think this and one other song was composed by, well, not by Castlevania, but someone who like composed Mega Man music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that doesn't. I was trying to say that doesn't. It doesn't surprise me about the. Doesn't surprise me about the parallels, because I'm pretty sure they went all in on nostalgia on this one.
Oh yeah.
Most of this soundtrack was composed by Jake Kaufman, who you would know from Shantae.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I heard about.
Yes,
I heard about that one.
But then there's like one or two tracks, I think at least two, maybe three, that were composed by, I can't remember her name. Hang on, I have like the soundtrack on my freaking.
I know who you're talking about, because she did like every other Mega Man game in existence. I just can't remember her name.
Yeah. Off the top of my, I can't remember actually. I don't even think it says right
mainly
here.
because most of the time she didn't use her real name in the credits.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Also, that green ball looks like the aliens from Metal Slug, just buried in the ground.
It's actually a rock.
It's a rock. It don't look like any rock I've ever seen before.
Oh, it's a magic rock. If you dig it up, it floats up in the air. You can dig it up a second time and it goes up again, but you can only move it up twice.
Yeah.
This stage makes killing frogs epic.
I mean, as long as you bounce, but once you bounce on it with the down stab with your shovel once, then it'll just go all the way down.
Also, if you really liked the silhouette stages in Donkey Kong Country Returns, this is where they got the inspiration from.
You
or
sure
rather,
about that?
they got the inspiration from Returns. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You sure about that?
Yeah, you're right.
You sure you want to? You sure you don't want to rephrase that?
I was trying to. I couldn't remember if Returns came out right before this. Or
Oh
right
no,
after.
Returns came out
around
like
the same time.
way
came out
long. Way before this. Yeah, way before this.
I've said.
Fair
I
enough.
think it was like 2008 when they released it. 2009 actually.
Something like that.
This came out like 2013, 14, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Way after the fact.
My bad.
Is that like we're gonna call you a scrub for that one?
My fault.
Hey, get your Donkey Kong
yeah,
Donkey Kong logic right. Don't you know it's canon?
Eh. Also,
Depends on
this
which
is
one
what
you're
we're
referring
talking
to.
about. You just hit one higher than the other, and then you could just freaking jump all the way up here.
Also, I apologize for the lack of vision here. This is just kind of the gimmick of the level.
And this part in particular, you're supposed to pretty much, like, unless you know this freaking part by heart, you're supposed to, yeah, you're supposed to wait for the freaking thunder.
Lightning, yeah. It also
Thunder
doesn't help
and
that
lightning, very, very frightening.
It also doesn't help that my TV was already dark enough as it was when I was recording this.
Yeah. You're supposed to get, like, a feel for it, and, yeah, then there's this. Freaking...
The double hard mode.
Man. Well, there is a hard mode after you beat the game once, which actually is really freaking hard. Like, New Game Plus on this is like, you start the game with all of your relics that you had when you beat the game the first time, but you still have to get all of the health and magic upgrades.
Yeah.
But everything takes twice as much damage to kill, and it does twice as much damage.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. Not to mention, like, all, like, those... You see those little dinner plates? When you uncover them, they usually drop, like, big old turkeys that fully recover your health.
Or bombs.
Yeah. Well, like, sometimes it's bombs. But in the New Game Plus mode, they're all bombs. So
Yeah,
you're really...
Not all of them, but a good, vast majority of them.
Yeah,
are.
like, your best bet is to hopefully dig up an apple for health recovery if you don't have an I-core to help recover health.
Just imagine if you did that, if they did that in town.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, they get you, like, the meal guy gives you, like, the silver platter. You open it up, it's a bomb! I paid 2,000 gems for a bomb!
What don't kill you makes you stronger.
If you don't die, your stats increase.
Jesus.
Get good. That's what it's called.
I mean, it has been, and to be fair, it has been a while as of this recording since the last time I played through this game. So while I do remember every stage, I don't have them all memorized, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like you could play a game recently and then play through it again and feel like you've gotten back in the groove of things, but if you haven't been at it a while, all of us, you're just like, oh crap, I forgot about that, or oh dang, this messed with me a little bit.
And Bob.
Yeah, especially the later.
Yep. But yeah, just about every silver platter, like with few exceptions, they'll all have bombs, and they'll all be bombs in New Game Plus. So you're limited to either recovering with I-cores or digging up apples or like little carrots and whatnot.
Take it.
Be sure to come over here because this is the best. This is the best artifact in the entire game. This phase locket. It makes you invulnerable for like 3 seconds. It doesn't sound like much, but holy shit, does it help you.
You should have seen using the freaking phase locket before they gave it a nerf and an update. Because I think it only it only cost 4 magic to use before, so you could easily cheese the entire game just with phase locket.
Yeah, and now it costs like 12, so you can't spam it nearly as often.
Nah, I think it's like 8. Like it costs 8 now, so it's still usable, but not as usable as it was before.
At least not until you max out your magic.
Yeah. I think there's also an armor you can get later on where I think it doubles the knockback you take, but it increases your magic by like 20 or 30. So
something like that.
So you could go even beyond like the limit that you get from buying all the magic upgrades.
Man, what did that frog do to you?
He electrocuted me. He's a dick.
He didn't. He didn't do anything to you.
He was going to.
that was the Battletoads twin brother.
Little easy money right there.
Well, if I were playing the Xbox version, I'd fight the Battletoads and probably get my ass kicked.
Yeah, because you had the speeder section in there.
Oh yeah, they have. It's a crazy wild ride in there.
Yeah.
Because like not only you have to go down the tunnel, and then you have to do turtle tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fight one of them in the turbo tunnel. It's insane.
Yeah, that kind of makes me want to get the Xbox One version just because of that.
Yeah, like I said in the last part, I would want to get it, but I don't want to spend money just to play that on Xbox One.
My Xbox One right now. My Xbox One only serves as a free Blu-ray player.
So. Yeah. I mean, we're not all like Sense Shadow. We're not going to buy this game 6 times.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think I've bought it at least 3 times total.
Yeah.
The only time I've been tempted to buy it again is on Switch because it basically it's this version,
the most definitive version
to
be on Nintendo, you know.
Yeah. I'm not sure. That's pretty much saying. What does the Xbox One version? Does it come with all of that, or is that all separate because of it?
What?
You can buy the Treasure Trove set, which comes with all the DLC.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's but it costs like an extra $20.
In all honesty, I'm probably not going to use co-op ever in this game.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think the co-op is. I think it was originally restricted to Nintendo only because you had to do it via Amiibo. But I think eventually they did add it in with the other ones. I'll have to double check into that. I may be misremembering.
Yeah. I mean, I have the Shovel Knight amiibo, but only because only because I'm a sucker for third-party amiibos.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Not to mention,
I've seen the Shovel Knight amiibo. I just never got around to getting it.
It looks great. It is definitely high quality.
Yes, it was. I'm just a sucker for high-quality amiibo, especially ones that are third-party ones. Fun fact, though.
Oh no!
I'm not sure.
Okay, never mind. You're good. You're fine.
Did I miss something?
No, it's because
I accidentally knocked one of the skull heads down on that platform, which lowered it all the way into the pit. So I had to sit around and wait for it to rise.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I couldn't tell because it was all black.
I don't blame you for not seeing.
Yeah, it had one skull on it. He knocked another one
really
onto it, and then it just went downward. I'm like, oh god, is that even gonna come back up?
This is no place for the butts, mortal. You should be summoned when it is your butt. And everyone has a butt, as we saw with your beloved Butt Knight. Butt! I won't believe such butt from phantoms. Very extensive is a vile butt. The enchant butt is just full of butts. She granted me new butt. so that I may take your butt.
Now this one is definitely a lot harder than King Knight, for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty easy, all things considered, still, but I mean, if you know how to cheese it just right, you can actually keep them in a corner when you hit them.
Sorry, I had my headphone unplugged.
Oh shit!
Whoops. Despite him looking like Death from Castlevania, he doesn't fully fight like Death from Castlevania, so you don't have to worry about him spinning.
Yeah, he is definitely no Death.
He will summon the skeletons that you've been playing like right now.
I will question that why he's much smaller in the DLC, but whatever.
It's because when he's playable, they have to shrink him down a bit. He doesn't fly when you have.
Well, no shit. I'm just saying, why is he smaller in the DLC than he is here?
I think it's because it's technically considered a prequel.
Is it a prequel?
Yeah, it's prequel to Shovel Knight and to the Shovel Knight's campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, I think also Plague Knight's campaign is considered a prequel. I could be wrong.
I think with Plague Knight, it's coinciding with Shovel Knight's campaign, or it's technically a sequel. I can't remember.
Okay.
And I never got around to playing King Knight mode, so I don't know much about that.
I don't even think it's released yet.
I thought it was out by now.
I think it's going to release this year. I'm gonna look that up.
Wow. Anyway, after 3 stages, you will get a treasure box that has another meal ticket in it. So even if you don't buy the meal tickets in the shop, you'll get at least 2 of them before the end of the game.
Yeah, and I just looked it up. It's set for sometime in April of this year.
Ah.
Also, yes, these stream sequences are good opportunity for gold.
From now on, whenever you have these dream sequences, you're going to be attacked by enemies. You can actually die here, so be careful.
Yeah.
You die in a dream, what?
If you die in a dream, you die in real life.
It's technically supposed to just be a mini game, but when you're fighting the enemies, you can actually die, and it does count as a death. It's kind of a dick move.
But really, Freddy Krueger summons army.
Really, it's really only there for you to get extra money.
Yeah.
And you get a free meal ticket out of it.
Protect your butt, Knight!
You can actually die there, so be careful. And once you beat them, and once you beat enough of them, then the map opens up even.
Oh man, if Freddy Krueger was in this game, Shield Knight would be dead by now. They'd be like, forget her, man, she's a lost cause. Like she keeps showing up in a dream, and like, yeah, that's a bad thing, you dumbass.
Oh, also another something I forgot to mention. The game does keep track on how much gold you actually lose. So if you die and then you don't pick up your money, then at the end of the game it's gonna tally up how much gold you lose.
Yeah.
If you care about that sort of thing.
It also tallies up the amount of deaths you've had too, which is important towards an achievement where you have to beat the whole game without dying once.
Nope.
Or like every other NES or NES-inspired game, beat the game without taking a single hit.
Oh.
Why is that a thing?
Because challenge. Listen,
I hate. I need to punch whoever thought of that being a good idea, because now it's in everything and I hate it.
I mean, with a game like this, it is possible. You just have to be very. What's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? You have to be very, extremely cautious, and know the entire map.
This is the. Anyway, this is the Troupple King.
Apple.
It's a giant trout
apple whale.
And
you could get, and like, you don't have to pay for these ichors. You could just, as long as you have a free Troupple chalice available, then you can get these anytime you want completely for free.
Don't be a butt.
He can also. That's when I realized I forgot to use these. So I'm just like, you know what? Here. Here. Give me my energy tank. I want it. And after you pay for one, then you get this.
Well, technically not pay for one. You just have to go through this once. But it's always a great sight to behold.
Why am I reminded of the windfish from Link's Awakening?
I think that's the point.
Is that what it
Probably
is?
inspired by that.
That would explain it.
Also, I do apologize if you don't like this, because this kind of goes on for a little while,
And
like a good
and
minute.
And then one falls in his throat, and he's like, oh.
and I think like with each campaign, you can visit the Troupple King, but like he always does some like he dances differently with each campaign.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think the Troupple King actually gives anyone other than Shovel Knight Icors.
Yeah.
So like if you play as any of the other knights,
Yeah.
he doesn't talk to you.
No, like with Plague Knight, he doesn't give Icor. He gives alternates to his armor.
Ah. Also, before you leave, make sure you turn on the fishing rod. He's going to. God damn it! That's me.
Oh,
Yeah,
the king is pissed.
He's looking at you, she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I didn't.
He's fishing my children.
I was like, wait. I messed it up. You're supposed to be able to fish there, and you can get.
I don't think there's an indicator for that though. I think you're just supposed to do it.
You're supposed to fish there,
Yikes!
and
Spikes!
then you can,
If only I could butt away to safety. I could cross and get to safety so much.
you're supposed to fish there, and then you can fish up a music sheet. But then the Troupple King gets mad at you.
Yeah, because you're fishing up his children, or trying to fish up his children.
And this is yet another optional treasure area that you can only get if you've gotten the phase
What
locket.
you looking at, Lionel?
I mean, nothing's really stopping you to get here, but they give you a strong hint that you're supposed to have the phase locket to actually make it through.
There's a stage like this for every
Like
relic in the game, I think.
there's like 3 of them, like for each section, 1 for each section. So for like this first third of the game, you're supposed to have the phase locket. The second one, I can't remember the artifact you need, but I think it's the one you get from what was that one water
I
one?
saw you panicking there.
No, I think you need the the one from Mole Knight.
There it is.
Ah, damn it.
Shit.
I was waiting for that.
There is an achievement for collecting gold while you're on a spike. I don't know why that's an achievement, but the game wants you to spam the phase locket, I guess.
The game wants you to live dangerously.
It wants you to get dangerous like Darkwing Duck.
Exactly.
Well, look where it got me.
Great. He's like, it's like you're going according to plan.
All according
it.
to cake.
Kikaku.
No,
Get that money back.
I will.
And then death again.
I'm not gonna screw it up this time. Ow. I will get hit by that joust.
It's like, I will not get screwed up again, he says as he gets impaled.
At least that's not an instant death.
Yeah.
Death.
And you can kill these things, but fuck it.
Yeah,
It
doesn't
takes
seem to be
forever.
worth it.
I was waiting for one so that I could show it off. There we go. Whatever. You want to die
beak.
too? Get out of my way.
Beak man.
Die already.
And yeah, these definitely
Make
give
me-
me that vibe of like those enemies from Zelda 2, though with way less health. Like the one, like the
Yeah.
bubble enemies, the ones that you could hit like if you're really low level, just takes you freaking 20 or so hits before you finally kill it.
Yeah, there's a lot of Castlevania parallels to this game too.
I'm kind of starting to see
So-
that. I'm also seeing the random ass submarine.
Oh yeah, or that.
Oh yeah, that's Treasure Knight stage. We'll go there eventually.
Yeah. His is quite the treat.
Yeah, Treasure Knight is typically where the game starts to get a little hard.
Yeah. I love the music in Treasure Knight's stage though. And I think that's actually one of the other songs that the Mega Man composer did.
Bomb.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh,
Yum.
I was waiting for a bomb.
No, this guy is never gonna cook a bomb for you. He's not a
And
dead.
Be
as you can
hilarious.
see, like even after just like 1 or 2 stages, like we're already above like 10,000 gold. So it's easy to get gold. It's just a matter of actually keeping it by surviving
Yeah.
alongside others.
And that's
stuff.
what And that's what those treasure stages are for. Is like if you don't get enough money in the actual stages themselves, then you just grind off of those levels.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like I was trying to move up, and then my leg caught on my cord.
Shit.
That's all right as long as you're okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to say the Goat Man reminds me of this one skit in Family Guy where it's like, "Welcome to Noya. Give me back my shot, you goat bastard." And then the goat eats it and runs away.
Nope.
Oh,
Not
shit.
going to him. Not yet.
And then the goat just runs away. It's like, hey!
Yeah. You need the treasure from Mole Knight's stage in order to actually get to the to clear the treasure one.
Man,
Yeah.
Man, when they rebooted the Tales series, I didn't think Gnome would be this pissed.
Oh damn. No, we're gonna go on to. Like, we got two choices. We got Plague Knight, fuck him, and we got Mole Knight, who's...
Plague Knight is definitely a pain in the ass in terms of a boss.
Plague Knight as a boss is not so bad. It's his damn stage that I hate.
Personally, I think I find him more annoying. It's just because, like, he is very jumpy. And, like, for a first-time player, it is definitely understandable why some people would get upset with how you're supposed to fight him.
Yeah, I guess.
That's just from
I
my
think this was
first
me
time.
just, like... I saw how much time I thought I didn't completely look through the village there, so I just ran through it a second time, because there was no way I was going to do another stage after that. There's most stages in this game. Especially if I'm going to go to Plague Knights, because that stage is ridiculously long, which is one of the big reasons why I hate it.
Right.
Makes sense to me. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You'll see when we get to it.
But wait! There's more!
God
God damn it, man.